Greetings assassins, Wayne here and welcome to another video. This one's been in the making for quite a while and I've really been looking forward to it. At the beginning of the year I did a video on how important is Assassin's Creed multiplayer, and in that video I discussed how ACMP has really affected this community. Friendships have been made, relationships have been forged, and people have even gotten married because of the game and ultimately the community, and that's magical. In the video, I also said that should Assassin's Creed multiplayer come back, something special has to be done. Now, over the course of the video, that's what exactly I'm going to do. I'm going to discuss what I would deem special. Now, I could easily get away with going on for 10 minutes about dedicated servers, post-Ubisoft support on patches, balances and updates, and even a theatre mode, which, just to digress for a second, would be really cool. I really do like the idea of a theatre mode, especially as a content creator, but again, like I said, that would be too easy. I don't want to do that. I want to go right to the core of the game. I want to go to the core foundations of the game and talk about systems, features and mechanics that could really shake things up. Now, as the baseline, I'm going to use Assassin's Creed 4, with better servers, and it looks like Assassin's Creed Unity. Just as a rough baseline so you know what it may look like when these kinds of systems are put in, just to be a bit more next gen, as a baseline so you can keep up with me. And we're going to go right into this. What would I do if I had keys to the kingdom? Well, first off, I would go straight to customization. Now, I love customization in any kind of game I play, from Skyrim to Destiny. I love to really mess around with what my character looks like, what gear I have, what crafting abilities I can do, and what stuff I can make, and that sort of thing. And I really enjoyed the crafting and customization in Assassin's Creed Unity. I thought it was really cool. The idea of having a tier and rank system where it goes up to legendary armor, and with each new level up, with each new set of armor, you have better modifiers and perks that complement your playstyle, whether it be stealth, range, heavy, or healing. And when I covered the customization for Assassin's Creed Unity in a video last year, at the end of that video I hinted and teased at what would it be like if this kind of stuff was implemented in the multiplayer. Now, I'm talking about a brand new customization, character and ability customization system where perks, abilities and crafting are all tied together. And it's a character design system that not only visually complements the way you look, but the way you play as well. I'm talking about the idea of having gear that complements your playstyle visually and helps and has modifiers to complement your playstyle as you're playing, I mean. Hypothetical scenario, say you have a shirt, and this shirt is a pretty expensive shirt. It's a rank 3 shirt. Remember, we're basing off AC4, so you get 3 different chest pieces or whatever, and the third one is rank 3, and this particular one has, you know, slots and modifiers which have cooldowns. So it kind of doubles as a cooldown perk that cools down your abilities. Say you have a belt which acts as which has a modifier on it that counts as a ranged crafting perk. So rather than having an actual perk, you've got a crafted ability modifier, so that this particular belt will give you longer range on your throwing ability for throwing smoke bombs or throwing knives, longer range for your pistol, wider radius for your smoke bomb, and that sort of thing. You can see where I'm going. And each of these individual pieces of gear would have certain modifiers, certain perks, and that sort of thing, and they would visually complement a playstyle that you would typically expect them in. So if you see someone who looks a bit stealthy with a hood up and that sort of thing, you can probably guess he's going to use something like disguise as an ability, or blend and that sort of thing. And if you see him having a hood, he might even have a perk, a new kind of perk, which would ultimately not make you appear on Sixth Sense if you're in low profile, which happens anyway, but you won't appear on Sixth Sense, and you may not glow if you're hit by wipe. You know, the hood is meant to symbolize stealth in its purest form, so you will have perks and abilities that would complement the hood and the whole stealth attire. And the same thing if you're going for a bit more of a heavy look, so you have a big bulking armor and that sort of thing. You might have enema shield, you might have pistol, and you might have even booby trap or time phase, some of the more aggressive offensive abilities. And I think that sounds really cool. I like the idea of having a customization system that visually you look awesome, but it complements and supports your playstyle and your loadouts and your gear, so players can work and try and think what an opponent may be carrying in terms of abilities, perks, cooldowns, and death streaks, based on what they look like. And I like that idea. I like the idea of assessing a player's abilities and skills and what they're bringing to the table in the fight based on how they look. And I think that's really cool, personally. Moving on, in-game events. Now, this one is inspired by Wolfpack in Assassin's Creed 4 and a bit of Destiny thrown in. Now, if you play Destiny, there is a moment in Crucible where the heavy ammo drops and the game changes. The dynamic of the match changes from a domination capture the flag style mode to an intense moment where the match kind of stops and everyone collects their heavy ammo. Then it becomes a very intense moment of who's going to be the first one to kill each other with rocket launchers, or heavy machine guns. Now, that's not necessarily an in-game event, I think, or you could qualify it as an in-game event, but it's something that changes the dynamic of the game, and I would like to see things like that brought into the multiplayer. Scenario, say you're on the second round and your team is attacking, you're 2,000 points behind, and you have an instance in the game that changes the dynamic, where one of the opposing team, the defending team, is marked as a priority target. Now, the objective for the attacking team is to kill this priority target, and if they do so, they will get a bonus, whether it be a fixed number of points, say 1,000 points, or maybe even a ×3 modifier based on the kill. And then on the other side, you've got the defending team whose objective it is to protect that player for the 30 seconds this Animus hack, this world match-based Animus hack, or whatever you want to call it, this in-game event will take place. And if the priority target survives, their team reaps the rewards of, say, 1,000 points or whatever. And this is kind of brought upon just to really change up the nature of the game, really add some extra new bits in there to spice it all up. And to be honest, how many times have you been in a match where you think, oh god, we're behind and there's no chance of us winning, and you think all hope is lost? Something like this can really put a team back into a fight, especially in a competitive one. Obviously, it would need some work, like most of the stuff I'm going to talk about in this video. It would need some really real thinking and designing to be implemented, but I like the idea of having a system put in place that would completely change the nature of the match for, say, a minute to 30 seconds. And imagine if you were picked as the priority target, how intense would that be? That, oh my god, I've got to survive. Should I go hide and use morph? Should I go running? If I go running, they might be able to see me and hit me with knives and slow me down. I've got to try and get my team to protect me and maybe go kamikaze at the attacking team and that sort of thing. So there's a bit of team-based dynamic required to make it all come together and make your success, whether it be on attacking or defending, a success. And I really do like that idea. Quickly moving on top of that, because we're really running out of time, sub-objectives. This is completely from Wolfpack. Do you remember in Wolfpack on Assassin's Creed 4 where you would have a sub-objective in the top corner? Say, get an incognito hidden kill and you get 300 more points. Or 500 more points. I would like to see something like that brought in as well. Which doesn't change the overall score of the match. It's a personal objective for personal rewards. So say if you have the sub-objective of getting an incognito kill or a hidden kill, you get that particular kill, and then once the match is over, because you've completed that sub-objective, that objective is rewarded to you in terms of credits and points on an extra personal XP, which you can use to go and buy gear in the new customization system that I stated earlier. I'm talking about a more personal set of rewards. Hell, you could maybe even refer it to as similar to bounties in Destiny, and maybe that's true, but I kind of got the early inspiration from Wolfpack. And I like the idea of having a personal objective, a personal goal within a match, especially a free-for-all match, where at the end I can get better rewards and more XP and more Abstergo credits and more Abstergo points to go and buy gear and upgrades and customization. And yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, guys, it is the end of the video, shockingly enough. I can't believe 10 minutes has gone by that quickly. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of the 3 ideas that I stated in this video in the comments below, and please leave your ideas as well and make them as detailed as possible, because I will ultimately do an ensemble community based idea video should I get enough submissions in the description below, and I will be back with part 2 of this video for some of my own personal ideas. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and until the next one, take care and be safe. Love you all, assassins. Wayne out. Peace.